What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your channel and to my kitchen, How to Cook. And today we're making curry snapper fish and butterbean in the kitchen, fast, easy, and simple. Make sure you subscribe, goodie, if you have not already, and turn on your post notification settings so you won't miss any of these uploads. And for all I'm returning goodie and I don't know my loving up, but I'm ready for cook. Come on, let's cook.
Look what prayer can do. Hypocrite and bad mind must flow. The same mouth will cheer for you, and the same one them would turn round and boo. Yeah, prayer me I use and win. Prayer me I use and win.
Alright, goodie, let's cook up this snapper fish recipe, fast, easy, and simple in the kitchen. Now we have a fish here that has been cleaned, washed nicely with salt, lemon juice, and vinegar. And you want to make sure that you cut off everything. Don't leave anything on there, right? Just make sure you cut it off nice. Make sure that there's no scale. Make sure you get the inside of the fish. Just be sure that you wash this bad boy really clean with your salt, your lemon juice, and your vinegar. And your fish is ready to be seasoned. Only then, okay? Make sure you wash it goodie. Now, what we're going to do is season it really mellow and simple. But before you put your seasonings on, you want to be sure that you wipe away any extra added water that may be lingering on the fish, okay? That way it doesn't splash, and it makes the frying process much easier when you fry the fish, when you remove the water from it. Now, what we're going to add here is some salt for flavor, and we're going to also add some black pepper to it as well. In addition to that, we're definitely going to put some seasonings on it, some kind of a flavored seasoning. So what I decided to do was go with this Ocheria's fish fry seasoning. It is really delicious. It tastes really nice on your fish. Any kind of fish that you're cooking, you just go ahead and put this on. Of course, you could always substitute this out. You don't have to use this one that I'm using. There's many other fish one. You could use Obey seafood seasoning. Whatever kind of seafood seasoning that you have, you go ahead and put it on. But be sure to turn your fish on the opposite side. Make sure that the seasoning actually goes into the slits of the fish, because I did make 2 slits on each side of the fish. So make sure that when you're rubbing your seasonings in, you just want to massage that seasoning inside of your fish, all right, so the fish could have a flavor. But whatever you decide to do, goodie, do not forget to season both sides of your fish to balance everything out. And of course, you want to open the fish up and add your seasoning inside of it. I didn't add any salt or pepper inside the fish, but I just went ahead and used the Ocheria's fish seasoning here because it has everything here and it's filled with nothing but flavor, right? So I'm just going to massage that in, and I'm going to allow this fish to sit for about 30 minutes at the most, and then we're ready to go. Alright, now, so moving right along, we are going to prep our vegetables for our fish. So I'm using a very large onion here. For this particular recipe, I really love to add a great amount of onions here. So to that, I'm adding some tomatoes here. But this is the way that I'm going to slice my onions to put on there. If you want to chop it up, you could go ahead and chop it up. But I don't like that. I like to see my onion slices when I actually simmer my fish down. I want to simmer onions, okay? So I'm also using a very large tomato here. Slicing that up as well. And I'm going to add a red bell pepper. You want to make sure that you wash your vegetables, y'all. Please wash off the vegetables. You don't want to cook dirt. Alright, so I'm going to slice my veggies off. I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to leave a little piece side because I have another recipe coming up really soon, and you guys will see that. But I'm just going to slice it however which way. You could do that as well. Slice it however way that you like. It doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm using red bell pepper, but of course you could use green, orange, or purple, pink, blue, aqua blue, whatever kind of a bell pepper you can find. You go ahead and just toss it in, I'm also using some scallions here, 3 stalks of scallions, because these are really tiny. Clean them up nice. All right, I'm gonna beat it up, really give it a nice little beating up here, so, and slice it in 3 pieces and throw that into my little container. And then my pepper, I'm just gonna remove the pepper seed and just put the pepper itself in there. And then I'm gonna add some turmeric. Give that a nice little rinse and just kind of slice it up as well. I love turmeric, y'all. Oh my goodness. I put turmeric in all my foods. You guys need to start adding your turmeric to your meals, okay? Because it has a lot of health benefits. And I'm also going to balance it out with some ginger, just a little bit of that. And I did leave the ginger skin on, y'all. The ginger skin has a lot of health benefits too. And I added about a teaspoon of pimento seeds. Now don't forget your thyme, because thyme not wait for nobody. I'm going to use quite a bit of thyme to it, because thyme makes everything better. Okay, put that aside. Now we're ready to go here. Now we're going to go in and we're going to get some flour. I'm using all-purpose flour here. I'm just going to dabble the fish in the flour. You don't have to add anything to that flour. No salt, pepper, none of that stuff, because your fish is already seasoned. The only thing the flour is going to do is help the fish to balance out itself when I am frying. I'm not deep fried chicken, y'all. I just looking for a certain kind of a crisp to the fish. Okay. It's going to hold, especially if you're cooking fish for the very first time. You might want to do this method because your fish won't break. But be sure that your oil is at a 350 degree heat. Okay, so now that we have our fish all set in that nice oil, we want to add some scallion to it and a pepper. Do not pop your pepper. We're just going to have this a lot. We just want to give this a lot of flavor here, okay? So the fish will take at least, I say maybe 9 to 10 minutes of frying time. Do not over fry, because you are going to be steaming or simmering this down later on. So give it about 4 minutes on one side, then another 4 to 5 minutes on the other side at most, and then you just want to remove it, okay, from your pan. And again, my oil here, my fire here, not my oil, y'all. My fire is at a medium heat. You can see how beautiful that is. Nice, crispy, golden brown. Now, what is going to happen when you do this method for your curry fish? That flour that you dip that fish in, it is going to help to thicken your gravy. It's going to give the gravy a nice little texture. It's not going to be overly powering thick, but it's just going to be nice and mellow. Okay. But just be sure that you watch it and you don't let it burn. Again, your fire is at a medium heat here. Now, if you're still here watching me cooking goodie, please do not hesitate to give the video a thumbs up. Because when you thumbs up the videos, YouTube see that you like the videos, and they will push those videos out into a much wider audience. And what happens when they do that is that the channel will grow and the video will also grow. So please just don't watch me, y'all, cooking. Just go ahead and give a quick thumbs up on the videos, because it really does help. All right. Okay, so now that our fish is nice and ready, we're going to move on to the ultimate step. Now I did throw out some of that oil. I didn't use all of it, but I want some of it to finish up because it has a lot of flavor. In that, you're going to add your curry powder. I'm using the Ocherius Jerk Seasoning Curry Powder. And of course, that could be easily substituted. Now be sure that you add your garlic, okay? Because garlic is going to give it a whole heap of massive flavor here. I'm using chopped garlic or minced garlic. But if you don't want to go this route, not everyone like this kind of a garlic type of a situationship. Just go ahead and add some garlic cloves. Then you want to add your nicely prepared vegetables to the mix. Your turmeric and ginger and onion and scallion and tomatoes and thyme and pepper honey. Even though I don't like pepper, yes, pepper honey, okay? So you want to go ahead and kind of toss it around in that nice flavored sauce already. It's ready to go. Be sure that you add some water because water is going to help to soften up the vegetables a little bit. Now, anytime you're doing something like this, you always want to be sure that flavor is not lost, okay? Make sure flavor is not lost, so add back some seasonings to it. I did add back some fish seasoning and some black pepper, okay? Make sure so you do that. Toss that around just a little bit, and we are going to cover this up and let it sit and do its things for about 5 minutes at the most. At the most, 5 minutes. Now, 5 minutes later, you come back. That is what you're gonna have. It is perfect, perfection at its best. And when you talk about smell good, smell good. Now you want to go in and add your snapper fish into the mix, all right? And again, your fire is at a medium heat, but you want to maybe adjust it just a little bit and turn it down somewhat to low to medium heat because now we're steaming the fish. We don't want it to be over processed. We want it to be nice and mellow. Go ahead and add your butter beans here. I'm using a can of already cooked butter beans. Place it on top of my fish. And again, you want to season those beans because it won't have any flavor. I just added some of the fish seasoning to it and I added some butter here. Okay, about 3 tablespoons of butter. Kind of gave it a little jazz. Get the sauce on top of the beans and the butter and all of that stuff. And I'm going to allow that to melt. And I'm going to allow it to simmer for about 15 minutes, honey. And we should be good to go, okay? And again, your fire here is at a low to medium heat. Cover it up, come back 15 minutes later, 10 to 15 minutes later, and that's what we have. Everything comes together really, really nice. It is simmered to perfection. Ton upload, massive with rice and peas, whatever, but I did make some turn cornmeal, some gungo turn cornmeal with this, and I will show you the recipe for that later on. Anywho, y'all, don't forget to thumbs up the videos on your way out. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Tell them we're going over here, man. Bring them, come and send them, come. I am waiting. And when they get done doing all of that, tell me where you want to see me cook next. In my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen. Enjoy!